Imagine standing in the center of a desert. Around you, thousands of people, governors, captains, judges, hit the sand in total submission. The air is thick with the sound of horns and harps. But you're still standing. And in front of you sits a furnace so hot the air shimmers with lethal heat. This isn't just a story from Daniel chapter 3. It is a masterclass in psychological warfare and spiritual grit. Today, we're looking at why Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego didn't just survive the fire, they conquered the fear of it. And more importantly, how you can find the fourth man in your own personal furnace. King Nebuchadnezzar wasn't just building a statue. He was building a brand. In the ancient world, forcing people to bow to an image was a way to ensure political loyalty. First, let's talk about the scale. 90 feet high, 9 feet wide. It was a monolith of intimidation designed to make you feel small. Second, the psychology. This was a groupthink trap. When everyone else bows, your brain screams at you to do the same to survive. And finally, the conflict. These three men were high-ranking officials. They had everything to lose, their status, their wealth, and their lives. The lesson here is that peer pressure isn't a modern invention. It's an ancient survival mechanism. To stand up, these men had to value their identity more than their security. When confronted, the trio gave a response that has echoed through history. They didn't beg. They didn't negotiate. They used what I call the even-if framework. They said, "Our God whom we serve is able to deliver us ... But if not, let it be known to you, O king, that we do not serve your gods." Now, what's the value in this for you? Most of us have what I call transactional faith. We say, "I'll be good if God blesses me." But these men had relational faith. They decided their values were non-negotiable, regardless of the outcome. This approach solves a major problem. It removes the power of fear. If you accept the worst-case scenario, the fire, and decide your integrity is worth more, the fire loses its power over your mind before you even step inside. The king, his ego completely bruised, ordered the furnace heated 7 times hotter. Historically, these were brick kilns. Increasing the heat to that level meant the oxygen was being sucked out of the surrounding area, creating a literal death zone. But notice the physics of the miracle. First, the only thing the fire destroyed were the ropes that tied them. Second, a presence appeared. They weren't just not burning, they were walking. Movement implies freedom. The take-home here is that sometimes the furnace you're in is used to burn off the very things that are holding you back. Without touching a hair on your head, Nebuchadnezzar, the most powerful man on earth, rubs his eyes in disbelief. He sees a fourth figure in the flames. He describes him as like the Son of God. In theology, we call this a Christophany, an appearance of Christ before his birth in Bethlehem. The point isn't just that a miracle happened. He didn't pull them out of the fire. He joined them in it. What's the practical application? Maybe you're waiting for a miracle to take you out of your debt, your grief, or your toxic workplace. This story suggests that the greatest miracle isn't the absence of the trial, but the presence of the divine within it. You are never less alone than when you are in the heat. They walked out, and they didn't even smell like smoke. That is the goal for you today. To go through a trial so cleanly that people look at you and wonder how you are bitter, burnt, or broken. This solves the problem of fearing the what if. Stop asking, what if I fail? And start asking, who is walking with me? If you're standing tall in your own fiery furnace right now, drop a fire emoji in the comments. Let's encourage each other. And if you want to see how Daniel survived the lion's den using these same principles, click the video on the screen now. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.